The break is presented by Browning Trail Cameras. You've got to see this. Closed captioning is brought to you by Antler Extreme Nutritional Deer Products.
The break staff is a diverse group, and as it relates to hunting, everyone has their own specialty. Some of us are excellent deer hunters, some specialize in predator hunting, and others are amazing turkey hunters. But most of us enjoy hunting a variety of game, even if we don't excel in that area. For myself and Joe Henneman, we're pretty much rookies when it comes to turkey hunting, but that doesn't keep us from hitting it hard during the spring in hopes of busting some beaks.
And I think they're headed that way, and they're going to work down this logging road and into this clover field right here.
Alright, I'm not exactly a rookie when it comes to turkey hunting. I've been doing it for quite a while, but I don't consider myself to be a great turkey hunter. The thing is, I didn't start turkey hunting seriously until 2012. One reason I love deer hunting so much that it's a year-round obsession, and I'd always find myself scouting for deer while I'm turkey hunting. It was pretty easy to lose focus from turkey hunting because there just weren't very many turkeys in my area until recently. I just didn't have any good turkey hunting grounds. But there are a lot more turkeys around now, and it's something I definitely look forward to every spring. As for Joey, yeah, he's a rookie. He sucks. He's a terrible turkey hunter.
You tell me what to shoot, don't shoot.
I'm just kidding. He's primarily a deer hunter too. So when we turkey hunt together, it's a lot like deer hunting. We scout the turkeys like we do deer. We're glassing fields to see where they're at pretty consistently, and we set up there. Our strategy is to get into a highly visible area with a few decoys and draw them into us, as opposed to making moves on the birds like most experienced turkey hunters. It's a waiting game that requires a lot of patience, very similar to deer hunting. So we've been scouting Joe's farm, glassing the fields and putting some Browning Trail cameras to use, and they're really hitting one particular food plot. Joe mowed it a week or two earlier, so the birds have been really hammering it. This food plot is pretty close to the interstate, so it can be fairly noisy at times, coupled with the fact that it was really windy that day. You couldn't hear anything. I'd call occasionally, but I'm not sure how much good it did. The only hope we had was if a tom saw our decoy spread and come in to check it out. And it happened.
Busting. Shoot him. Not now. I can't see him. Shoot him. Shoot him if you can. Right for his head. Alright, don't shoot him yet until he raises his head. Shoot him. That's awesome. That came out of nowhere. I know it. Sitting here talking, and boom, all I see is his head coming up. Crazy.
All right, over here we got everything set up. The decoys are set up. He came right into the decoys. Actually popped one of them off. Derek's trying to make sure he's getting some good footage, and I had to wait, and finally had an opportunity probably about 25, 30 yards away. And here's the result. Very cool. And just to let you guys know, this is my first turkey ever. Actually, it's really my first day ever turkey hunting. it's probably been about 5 or 6 years since we've actually had turkeys here on the farm, and I've just kind of been waiting for them to really get established here, and I feel like we finally got them established real well, and this is the first time in here, and my first turkey, so pretty cool.
For as long as I can remember, the Browning name has meant something to people in the outdoors. So when I went looking for a trail camera that I could depend on, there was only one name that came to mind: Browning Trail Cameras. So if you're looking for a trail camera that's easy to use, is unbelievably reliable, and takes amazing pictures and videos, there's only one brand that I trust: Browning Trail Cameras.
Browning Speed combines advanced fabrics, tailored fit, and innovative camouflage. Hunt harder, faster, and stronger than ever. Speed, killer clothing.
This segment is brought to you by Indian Creek Shooting Systems.
So Joe's got his first bird, he's on the board, now it's my turn. We continue to hunt his farm for the next few days, but no luck with any longbeards. The only thing we saw was a hen or two and a couple of jakes. Joe had to get back to work, so I decided to try another farm that I've killed a bird or two on in the past. This was going to be a little bit different setup than at Joey's. It's tighter quarters where I'd have to call the birds in fairly close before they'd see the decoys. So I had one bird working. He'd gobble at every call I made, but wasn't closing the distance. I had this little buck work in front of me, so I just stopped calling. He moved across the food plot and then ran back into the woods. Looked like he could have been startled by something, and a few seconds later, a hen come from that direction, and she slowly fed through the decoys. It was about 20 minutes from the time I saw the buck to when the hen moved out of sight. So I'm getting the camera positioned back onto the Jake decoy because in my experience, that's exactly where a tom will go to challenge the Jake. As I'm doing that, there's a gobble right on top of me. I call very softly, and here he comes on a string right at the Jake decoy. Not quite as big as my son Drew's, or Joey's for that matter. It's probably a 2-year-old bird, about 1-inch spurs, and I don't know, I'd say a 9 or 10-inch beard. But I'll take it. It was a great hunt. I'm happy.
Our veterans and those currently serving have selflessly volunteered for duty and risked their lives for the benefit of all Americans. With this in mind, the Niestedt Foundation was established to show gratitude for these individuals by providing the opportunity to participate in unbelievable outdoor experiences. Each event we organize is strongly rooted in our 4 guiding principles: respect, integrity, connecting individuals, and empowerment. Visit Niestedt.org to discover how you can create a brighter America for those who have sacrificed so much.
So Joey and I are back at his farm trying to get him his second bird. We set up in the same place he killed his first bird, but on the other side of the food plot. I'm running late because I had to work all night. No sooner than we got set up in the blind, a hen and a gobbler pitched into the field a few hundred yards from us.
She might have walked into the woods, might be walking up there along that dirt pile, you know what I mean?
It's like he's climbing out here.
That tom wasn't about to leave that hen. She ended up walking up the hill where another hen pitched into the field and the gobbler followed right along.
I saw that turkey run right
I
beside
did too, yeah.
I started calling as loudly as I could, just trying to get their attention and hoping they'd eventually work our way. Well, we look up and we see the hens flying directly at us, and they lit right in the middle of our decoys. It was just a matter of time before the gobbler made his way down as well. Well, in similar fashion to Joe's turkey hunt 2 years ago, he got his second bird, and in the same spot he took his first bird.
So we had a heck of a morning. Couldn't happen any better. The way they came in, great footage, beautiful day. Got this great looking field. Just great morning to be out here and get this done. And thanks, Derek, for coming out with me.
So Joey and I have been turkey hunting together for a few years now, and the trend has been if Joey kills a turkey, a few days later, I kill a turkey as well. I'm hoping that trend continues. I'm hunting at Joey's farm this morning. He was gracious enough to let me come out here on his farm. I just haven't seen any anywhere close on my lease. Just no birds around. So I know there's a few more gobblers, or Joey does. Joey knows there's a few more gobblers out here, so I'm gonna come out here and see what we can do. I've got one actually gobbling down here in front of me, really where Joey killed his bird, down in that little bottom down there where he's killed his 2 birds out here on this farm. I decided to set up here on this ridge. This is where Joey's bird flew out, and those 2 hens, they flew out of these woods behind me. So I was hoping they'd pitch down, but sure enough, we've got a gobbler down in that bottom in those woods right next to the interstate. There's already a hen, and I don't know what else. Two birds pitched down on the levee in front of me, and they walked into the woods. So hopefully one of the, right there in front of us. I had to get my face mask on here. Woo. I'm not a very good turkey hunter, admittedly. I don't call very well. I do just good enough to get their attention, and then I rely heavily on the decoys. And it worked once again. I've just set up on a vantage point where the decoys are in sight. I called enough to get that gobbler's attention, and you know, once he spotted the decoys, he was coming straight in.
Banks Outdoors is the place that connects family.
Oh my God. Thank you. Yeah. That was unreal.
This is the place that connects friends.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, you did it. What a phenomenal story.
This is the place that brings excitement.
3, bro.
Most importantly, this is the place where memories are made.
Dad, I will never forget this moment.
Neither will I, buddy. Neither will I.
Why do I shoot in Indian Creek? It's deader than a hammer. Indian Creek once again.
The break is also brought to you by these fine sponsors.
I got started as a hunter at a very early age. My dad would let me tag along on some of his quail hunts when I was 6 or 7 years old, and my passion for hunting has grown into what it is today. As I said earlier, growing up there were never a lot of turkeys on the farm. They just started showing up in recent years. So when my dad expressed some interest in turkey hunting, I was pumped to get out there and try to help him get his first bird. We set up in a strip of trees between a cut corn food plot and the cattle pasture. The turkeys had been roosting in the woods behind the food plot, so we put the decoys in the food plot, anticipating the turkeys to approach from the front of us and work into the decoy spread. Not long after daylight, a hen did just that. That was the first time I saw a hen going to strut like that. It was pretty cool to see, and I'm glad I got it on video. So when things are slow, we all start thinking about other things we could or should be doing. Dad's starting to think about all the work that needs to be done on the farm and is ready to go. I told him let me make one more round of calling, and if we don't hear anything, we'd roll. As fate would have it, we heard a gobble behind us in the pasture. I look back and he's already on top of us, so I have to figure out a way to video this over my shoulder, and Dad was going to have to get turned around for the shot. See it? Barely.
Second time turkey hunting, got a turkey with my son Derek. Come totally opposite of where we thought it was going to come, but gobbled late, and right behind us we got it. Nice turkey. Probably 11-inch beard, inch spurs, 1.25 inches. So, proud of it.
This was a type of hunt that I treasure the most. Hunting with my kids, Nicole, other family members and friends, and especially this hunt with my dad, that's what it's about. He introduced me to hunting as a kid, and it certainly helped me get to where I am today. So to get him back out there and be able to video his first turkey kill, it's priceless and it's something I'll never forget.
This has been a Hunter's Link production.